For fans of Friday the 13th, we finally have a resolution to some of the theatrical releases that we could be getting for the series. Today, Bloody Disgusting reported that Sean S. Cunningham is working on a new Friday the 13th reboot movie. So it's not going to be a sequel to the 2009 version that we had or any of the other ones in the saga, but we are getting a new Friday the 13th movie in addition to Brian Fuller's series on Peacock, Crystal Lake. This is incredibly exciting news. And in addition to the Friday the 13th news, we are also getting a new movie in the House series. And you can see the poster right here that they made up for it. But House is great. If you haven't seen any of these movies, they are horror comedy classics. House the Second Story, the horror show is fantastic as well. And then The Repossession is really good as well. You can get this released from Arrow Video. You can get that one from Scream Factory. But this is exciting news today to be a horror movie fan because we are getting two series that have been long dormant. And for House, it's been really long. For Friday the 13th, it's been way too long that we haven't had an entry in this series. And so now Jason Voorhees is back. I don't know. They didn't say anything in the article about the legal issues that are going on between Victor Miller and Sean S. Cunningham. Those seems to have been resolved with Crystal Lake because it will have a prequel. It will be a prequel, but it will have some elements from Friday the 13th. This seems like it's the same thing. We're getting a reboot of it. Hopefully it's not exactly the same as, the first movie or the remake, but we're getting a reboot. We're getting a reboot of House. House in 2022 or 2023, pardon me. Now probably 2024 by the time we get the movie. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any sort of commentary on smart house stuff or stuff like that. But Friday the 13th in a new age is going to be super exciting. They've got a writer and a director already working on it. And also, in addition to that, those two pieces of news, we have a new horror movie coming out, The Night Driver from Sean S. Cunningham and the writer and the director that he picked that are working on it. That movie sounds awesome. It's basically about some guy that sells pharmaceuticals across the United States. It's getting chased by this, crazed maniac. It sounds very 80s, except maybe we'll get some new sort of 2023 stuff added to it from our own pop culture and our own culture out there. But this is just a quick video because Jason Voorhees is back, people. We are getting a Friday the 13th movie that is incredibly exciting. Well, I don't know why they couldn't have announced this last Friday because it was Friday the 13th, but maybe they had to wait for legal reasons or whoever. But we are getting a Friday the 13th movie that is incredibly exciting. And I know there's people out there that are going to scream about, oh, but there's so many reboots in horror. But, it's still exciting. Get excited. Get excited about this kind of stuff. I know reboots and stuff like that sometimes are lazy, but we're getting the original creator. We're getting a very, very strong creative team working on it. We're getting House. We're getting Friday the 13th. We're getting The Night Driver. We're getting plenty of new horror movies out there. So while I've got your attention, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that YouTube stuff because it really helps me out to know what you guys want to see. Are you excited for a Friday the 13th movie? Let me know in the comments what you think of all this news. And check back the channel for more horror movie reviews, more horror movie content. We've got plenty coming up. We've got a stack of Blu-rays here that I need to go through. It's pretty daunting. I see it off camera every time I do a video now. But that's it for this video about the Friday the 13th news. Jason Voorhees is back, everybody. And make sure to be ready for when he comes. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.